David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys can't wait to get this one started. And the Warhawks will put total leather to crank us up. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking for a productive play on first down. The give to Davis. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
Unloads to the wideout. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cajun. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. A game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Cole. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage, I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. From the gun, the ground game. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Sullivan. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
The Warhawks will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. And it just seems like there's a little more oomph in a hit like that in a rivalry game, David.
Man, yeah, and you have to love it in these rivalry games when you get those big licks. And, Jesse, you make a statement. You make a point.
Yeah, you're right, David. I mean, I just feel like in rivalry games, everybody's playing a little bit faster. And I feel like the hits just hurt a little bit more. Your physical toughness will be challenged in rivalry games like this.
Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. It's complete. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
And everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball in the money, and he makes the play.
Looking to move it through the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On the ground, it's Hardy. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal unit from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Oh, the attempt is no good, and they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Paul.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A-game today, Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
And the Raging Cajuns send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Curry. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Ready to go to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I'd go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
After that last completion, it's second down. Give to the running back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Trying to find his man on first down. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense of applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, getting the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He wants to go deep. And he hauls it in at the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
They'll go to the ground. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. On the option. Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. Oh, the offensive first. Absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
And those are so frustrating. You're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
On third down, he drops the throw. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. And he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, that's now the second missed field goal for this kicker. And I'll tell you this, you can't blame the weather for it because this is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Carter. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, it could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in passing.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Oh, the ball's on the ground. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now. If they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
The Raging Cajuns getting set on 1st and 10.
Let's go! Come on, boy!
They're going to run it. Finds a crease at the 20. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Right back to the well. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line.
My jersey.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Gives it to the back on the draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A 69-yard touchdown drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel.
Off he goes. The 50. Past the 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, ULM Monroe. And once he found daylight, it was Katie Bart's door, baby.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver, who can design ways to get the football in his hand? Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Lost one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
And you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll ride Davis here. What a nifty one there to pick up the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. How about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Pocket starts to collapse. Get it out on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in second and manageable.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Dialing up a second down pass play. Catch in the middle, it's Carter. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Another first down. Man, this defense couldn't stop a nosebleed right now. It's that bad.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And the Raging Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. It's caught downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going.
He'll just keep slinging it. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Raging Cajun. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So it's an 80-yard drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Fair catch called for and made. UL has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half, down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play, moves the change for the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Moving away from pressure. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Goes to the option. He'll toss it.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
A third and long coming up here. He'll run it again. Fighting off the defender. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Warhawks. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David, it's sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes,
What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Raging Cajuns want to crank the tempo. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And he was just showing off all of the slick moves before the defense finally got him on the ground. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Going for the big play. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cajun. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, ULM Road. He just took it the entire length of the field, end-to-end, coast-to-coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, take a no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone and making a huge play.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10, and the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. And the Raging Cajuns will kick it away to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job at pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Here's the handoff. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Warhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jensen. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you've got to give the quarterback credit too for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground, off right tackle. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you've got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker and running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Fires left. Lost, the defense is wide open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. You got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Louisiana. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way home.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score they're trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end, I can tell you, you start getting a little laddered up. Now you get your second sack. It's only the third quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
The give to the lone running back. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, he'll let it fly. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on third and long. They're trying to get to it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Guys, we'll see what this Warhawk offense can get done this time. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive there.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Pulls and throws out the RPO. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Evans. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. The Warhawks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. Finally, David, they get something positive
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. From the gun, give on the inside. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. Would have been a makeable 49-yard field goal attempt, but they'd rather try to keep the ball and move it on 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
That is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Got him downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football at time. Spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
First down to start the drive after the break. Leaves it with the running back. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Looking for a huge play. Give him 6. Touchdown, Raging Cajun. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The offense set for a first down play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Looking for a deep man. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
We're trailing this much in the 4th quarter. The offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
No score zone right here. No score zone.
Now on the option. He'll pitch it. At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and how about the 3rd down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the 3rd down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. He's moving out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He makes the catch. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
And I just love having matchups out wide that I know can win. Guys that are so fast on the perimeter that threaten with speed, and guys start bailing and getting out of there. And on 3rd down, and I need that yardage, I can go to him, and he'll get the first down on the time.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Oh, and he finds his slot receiver on that 4th down throw. And I'll tell you, this guy's not the biggest receiver in college football, but he does such a good job working the middle of the field. He's just able to get open and read coverage. Every quarterback loves having a slot receiver like that.
Getting some heat. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Buying some time. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
It's got to be frustrating to be this quarterback in this game, too. He just has never had confidence being able to step up in the pocket and deliver throws. When he gets flushed, they're still taking away all the throws down the field. It's just been one of those days.
Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion. You've got to do a better job up front, blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up 4th down.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter. Yeah, and he's been dependable. He's been a guy that they've given the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with the stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Slips through the line. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. UL Monroe has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
And this might be an opportunity, too, just to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Unloads to the right. And he intercepts it. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that if they've got it at the 49.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. You can bring... And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays. This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles, well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
The quarterback takes a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.
Come on, you can do it.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.